Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Wednesday, October 12th, and we are here, middle of the month, beginning of the month, end of the month. We don't care when. We're answering your financial questions. These questions can be about anything going on in your life that has money associated with it. So a lot of you are sort of sheepish and like, oh, well, I don't want to call in if I'm just going to be talking about some minor thing. Don't worry. Whatever it is, what's on your mind is what we care about. If you care about it, we care about it. Go to jillonmoney.com. Click the Contact Us button. Let us know if you'd be willing to come on the air. Mark does everything else. Everything we do lives on our website. So the jillonmoney.com website is your ultimate resource for everything we do. So just be sure that you bookmark it, and then you can come back to it whenever you have a question. Today, we are joined, second day in a row, Mark, by another Georgia peach. It's Carmen who's on the line. Hello, Carmen. Welcome to the program. What brings you to us?
Thank you, Jill. I'm so excited and grateful. I have so many questions for you.
Okay, well, let's start with an easy one. I'll start with a question from us, which is, tell us about yourself.
I'm starting a new career path in public education, which I love, but I know I've missed out on some retirement savings and opportunities and planning. And I just want to make sure I have enough emergency savings and am making good financial decisions.
Okay, great. How old are you?
I'm 41.
Did you work in like a private sector kind of career before this?
No, honestly, public nonprofit.
Got it. And how much are you earning in this new career?
$65,000.
Great. That's fantastic. Are you partnered, married, anything?
Divorced and single at the moment.
Okay. Kids?
No kids.
All right. That makes planning a lot easier. So as part of this pay package of $65,000, do you have a retirement plan that you're contributing to?
Yes, and then I believe it's considered a defined pension or defined contribution.
So what are you putting aside to contribute to both the pension or any other benefit that you have?
So I think about $350 is taken out of my paycheck each month. And then for the pension, and then I also contribute $500 a month to my Roth IRA.
That's terrific. How much did that Roth IRA exist before you had this job?
Correct. Yes.
Oh, great. How much is in the Roth?
Right now, the market's gone down. So I think it's at 182.
So 180 grand. That's perfect. What else do you have in savings that we should know about?
I have $42,000 in a 403B and another $7,000 in a 457. And I've got $21,000 in cash. I think that might be it. I own my home. I just bought it in 2021.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done. What do you think it's worth?
I think it's really gone up. So I bought for $230, but now it's worth $290.
And did you use a mortgage to finance it?
Yes, 30
What
years.
is the outstanding balance on that mortgage?
I owe $157.
Wow. What's the interest rate?
3.25.
How about any other debt? Any school loans or anything like that?
Yes, I've got $15,900 in federal direct loans.
Does that mean we're going to get 10 of that forgiven?
That is what I understand, and I'm hoping.
I'm so excited. Okay,
Me too.
15,900 you said?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll have 10 forgiven. Wait, before I say that, did you actually receive a different loan, a Pell Grant that might give you $20,000 of forgiveness?
No, I did not.
All right, just checking. And is there anything else besides that 15,900?
Yes, $15,000 on a car loan.
What's the interest rate on the car loan?
2.18.
That's good. And then you're going to own that car. And so how far into the loan are you? How many years?
I just started, I'd say a few months, maybe 6 months into it.
How did you get a 2% car loan? Wow.
Credit unions, Jill. Credit unions.
Oh, that's good. All right. So based on your $65,000 and the money you're putting into the pension and the money you're putting into your Roth. How's your cash flow feel?
Honestly, really great.
Really?
I mean, I used to make 40,000 to make 65
It's
feels,
huge.
yeah.
So do you think you've got a little extra money left over every month?
Yes.
What do you think that amount is? Don't be conservative because I don't want you to not enjoy yourself either.
Honestly, and I feel very lucky that I have a new car, I have a new home and all
Hmm.
those things. So I would say $200 or $300.
Okay. And right now, are you, while the student loan has been in forbearance, are you making any payments or not?
Yes, small payments like $100 or $200.
Hmm. And so presumably when January 2nd rolls around, you'll have $10,000 will be erased. There'll be $5,900 outstanding,
Right.
and you'll direct that extra cash flow to paying down the loan.
Well, and I was wondering if you thought it was okay just to pay it off in full in January from my cash savings.
Um, mm, mm,
The interest rate is, I think, 6% even.
okay. I could live with that. If we were to do that, or if you were to do that, then all of your extra cash flow that you have, if you took that one lump sum of your, you'll have 21 grand, you pay off this 5,900 or whatever ends up being left, you get rid of it, then all of your cash flow needs to go into rebuilding your emergency reserve fund.
Understood.
All right. And so if what do you think your total expenses are on a monthly basis? Because we got the mortgage, you pay some taxes, you actually have to feed yourself. Like, what do you
I
think
would
you have?
say 3,200.
Are you in a tenured track kind of position?
Yes, yes, we have like annual steps and increases in pay and whatnot.
I
Yeah.
mean, look, even though you are, you're not in a business, but first of all, like public education, they need people. So I presume it would be very hard for you to lose your job. Just saying that
I
out
feel
loud.
very secure and I feel like my job is in demand.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So what we would like is at the very base, you would want to have about 20 grand in cash, which would be 6 months of your living expenses. If you think you're going to need a little bit of money, do you need to do anything in the house? Do you need to, gather
No,
up a few extra shekels to do something like I want to redo my bathroom or whatever it is?
no, not at this
Okay.
time. No.
So then I can live with 6 months of living expenses in your situation, which would mean that we see you through the end of the year, right?
Yeah.
We get that debt paid off, done, and you start rebuilding your cash until you get to about 20 grand again. And then once that's done, you will have some extra money. There's going to be some choices here. You're already putting money into your Roth IRA. I'm just wondering, if you're 40, how does the pension benefit work in your system? Do you know yet or not really?
Not really. I know I can't retire before 55.
You probably need more than that. I bet you need like 20 years in.
Right, right. And I have total about 4 years between either working in other states
Mm,
and here.
okay.
So hopefully I just need, 21 more years.
Yep.
I honestly don't know the math side of everything.
Okay. That's okay. Because it really doesn't matter because you're in, when you contacted us, I think you sort of indicated from your note that maybe you were sort of like a little worried that you were trying to play catch up, but
Yeah,
you're in very good shape. You really are. This is like another excellent example of like you think you're not in such good shape. You're actually in very good shape. Are you comfortable in the management of your money? So you've got this Roth IRA, and where is that held?
it's at Fidelity.
And how is it invested right now?
That is a great question.
Thank you.
So I was pretty scared by the pandemic.
Hmm.
And so I sold a lot of VTI and VU at the market low. And so right now I have, of the 182, I have 75,000 in cash.
what were you scared of? Because like it's weird to sell something when you're so young. Did you just get freaked out in general?
I was afraid I public education was going to implode. You know, people
Okay.
were pulling kids out of school.
Right. But
And
we will never get them back there again. Little did you know that parents would be like, over my dead body will I let that
right,
happen.
right.
I mean, I think that what you might want to do is look back at where you had your allocation, you had, Vanguard Total Stock Market Index or whatever, and you can I think dollar cost average back in. I mean, especially in a Roth, you're probably not going to even touch this Roth till you're 70 years old.
That's
Seriously.
what I want. Yeah.
You know, if you want to know mathematically, probably the smartest thing to do would be to say, okay, I had a total stock market index. And what was the other asset you held? I'm sorry.
VOO.
And that was it, just those two things?
I sold a lot of those two things. Yeah.
And what
I,
else?
I also have about 30,000 in Apple. I bought maybe over a decade ago, probably 1,500 in Apple, and now it's worth probably 37,000.
Is that that's in a, not, in your Roth?
That is in my Roth. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. So here's what I think. If you want, what I would do is I would say, okay, I have a total stock market index. I'll have a Vanguard intermediate term bond fund, and get your money to work. And you're not going to, I mean, you have a time horizon right now of 30 years. There's no way we're going to look back and be like, oh, yeah, the market went to zero. It's too bad you didn't sell everything at that time. So
Yes.
if it feels scary, you can do it a little bit at a time. You can say, you know what? I have $100,000 in cash. I'm going to put 10,000 to work every month. That's fine. But if you just want to get it done, you're now in your public education mode. You've got a great job. You've got a pension. You're never going to, you're not never. Let me say this. You're unlikely to access this money anytime soon.
Yes.
Then you can pull the trigger and not look back, and don't worry. The market's going to go down. The market's going to go up. You don't want to get greedy. You don't want to get fearful. We want to try to tamp those expectations down and those emotions down. If you have a stock market index and you have a bond market index and you have a little international index and you want to keep a little Apple stock just for the heck of it, fine. There's not a lot more you need to worry about.
So, should I consider my Roth part of my emergency savings?
No.
Okay.
No, it's your long-term retirement plan. You have like three levels of assets right now. Okay. You have your cash, you have your deferred retirement, the 403B and the 457, and then you have your Roth. Those three things, I mean, the only, the way you look at it is cash is cash. Cash is emergency reserve. Cash means money market, short-term CD, savings account, checking account, whatever, like easily accessible liquidity that if the blank hit the fan, you're fine. The 403B and the 457, that's the money that you will access as you approach. Maybe you'll be retired in 20 years and you'll want to, have some money that's extra and above and beyond what you need from your pension. You'll pull that out first. So it'll be cash or a brokerage account. Then the 403B, the stuff that hasn't been taxed, you'll pull that out. And then the Roth will be the last money you access. In many respects, the Roth could be the riskiest of all the assets. And if you find that after you've paid down your debt and you've replenished your cash, that you have even more money that you would like to invest, what you could do is you could just open up a brokerage account if you wanted to. And I think that just keep building a little bit at a time. You're going to be pleasantly surprised. You've got a low cost mortgage. You've kept the debt down. You're living within your means. When you were making in the 45 grand, you didn't go crazy. You don't have, tens of thousands of dollars of credit card debt. You're in good shape. So now with this raise, you have really, it's a huge shift. So not only are you making more money, so that means you can save more money, but you're also going to have access to a pension plan. It's just a fantastic situation for you, Carmen.
Thank you.
How about, I know you're single, but do you have estate documents? Like if you got hit by a car, who's going to pull the plug for you?
No, but I just bought some easy to fill out, online programs.
Good.
So
Perfect.
there.
That's good. I love this all. This is great. Overall, This has been a huge upgrade you've made to your financial life. So congratulations.
Thank you.
By the way, even though I'm not going to wag my finger at you for selling at the bottom, but I will tell you that your example is kind of like a very good example of why the reacting and feeling like, I mean, oh my God, if the stock market, I mean, if you really had to and you had to like go and invade a retirement account, of course you could during an emergency. But the thing that you fear most is rarely what's going to get you, really.
So true.
Right?
So true. I really learned that. Yeah.
All right. Well,
You
good.
know, and I always thought that of my Roth IRA, a percentage should be in cash. So I had 50. So basically, I sold about 25,000 of VTI and VU. So it did make me feel safer, but I can't agree with you more. Like, do I regret it? Of course. Now hindsight's 2020.
Yeah, right. Let's move on. You're in good shape. You're gonna rebuild. This is great. And let us know how it goes. Hey, you guys want a new job? I would go into public education. I think that's a great job. I was just with some people last night who pointed out to me that it's very hard to attract teachers because the younger generation doesn't want to have to physically be in a building every day. Boy, are these people missing the boat. It's a great career. It's a great pension. And it seems very fulfilling, at least the teachers I know. Anyway, go check out public education. They're looking for people. If you would like to come on the program and talk about what's going on in your financial life, go to jillonmoney.com. Click the Contact Us button. Of course, let us know if you would like to come on the air live with us. While you're there, sign up for the free weekly newsletter. It comes out every single Friday. Mark does a fantastic job with that. Put your hands metaphorically on someone's back. Grit, growth, grace. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.